Yo, what's up? My name's Treasure Pat, and we are back for, I believe, episode 93 of Dungeon Defenders. Back on Dread Dungeon. Currently, 13 seconds until we jump into the final wave of the map, Wave 10. I got us back here off camera, and it took me like a shocking amount of time, like 45 minutes or so. You can see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, I've got 2.3 million XP, which is super solid. Look at all these 3-star, absolute and quality, incredible builds I have. Now, I do actually have to go ahead and get my tower buff beams rebuilt up because they keep getting destroyed, similar to how I played last time. They just randomly seem to get destroyed between certain waves. I don't know if it's because minions are getting stuck. My guess would be, and the other video hasn't aired yet, so I'm sure you guys have answered this, so apologies for re-talking about it without the knowledge. But I'm guessing that minions get stuck down here and it causes something to bug out where they're able to just poofs the towers. I don't know. Maybe it's some map effect. I'm not quite sure. I would guess it's either one of those. It's some bug where minions get stuck because of the slow aura. I actually tried to move the slow aura. Now I need to not die. I am on Nightmare Hardcore, okay? I am on Nightmare. Like, I just took 30,000 damage from one shot. I don't know if you saw that bottom left corner. I was at 80,000 HP or 90,000. I hit all the way down to 54,000. So I think it was actually like 40k HP or something in one shot. Is just beyond terrifying. Let's get our upgrades on these tower buff beams, and then I do want to go ahead and try. How do I still have the mana for that? That's actually shocking to me. I'm gonna get upgrades on these auras as well. As you can see, I had to rebuild these auras. They kind of go down between the waves as well, but I want to come down here if possible and pressure all the minions that get stuck down here. I don't know if this is what's causing or if there's something about the map. I want to try to drag these guys. They get slow aura'd and they end up like targeting the towers. I'm gonna blood rage here because I really don't want to get stuck and die. If I get webbed, I'm probably dead. So speed is everything here. I just want to aggro these guys and get them looped around the staircase. Okay, I'm gonna go for the upgrades on these. I could just repair as well, but I think the upgrades is nice. Honestly, playing the last wave on something like a Huntress or some sort of character might be decent. This Shaman, I don't want to bop him off the ledge because I don't want him to get stuck with all the other guys. We'll bop him towards the harpoons. Still not in range, unfortunately. That's okay. But look at these guys, like forming a crew down there. They kind of just stock up, and it's scary stuff. It's scary stuff. I'm going to go ahead and just, once again, come down, try to aggro, but if I don't want to die, because if I die, it's probably GG's. It's like, that's what happened last time was I died on the final wave. I couldn't believe it. Last episode, we did, what, 3 or 4? Some ridiculous amount of Dread Dungeon attempts. I mean, it's not really that ridiculous, but it took a lot of time. You know, I spent 2 hours or something in total on this map, and then just to lose by dying on the final wave last second. So I definitely know that I have the power to beat this map. And it's all about execution. And that's so much, I mean, that's so much of Dungeon Defenders. So much of Dungeon Defenders, especially if you have the knowledge and you're one of those, like, endgame players who just watches my videos, which if you are, I hyper appreciate. I need to heal this really quickly. If you have enough knowledge in Dungeon Defenders, you could probably beat maps well above your pay grade. You know, obviously, right? Like, it's so much of the game is strategy. So much of the game is knowledge. You absolutely can air through things with the correct knowledge. However, I think I hopefully represent what the average player is. I know that may sound harsh, or because I'm bad at the game. I think the meme is maybe I'm wrong. You know, I don't know. But the way that I think about it is, and I've seen this with other games, and I see this with Pokemon and tons of games. I think people end up thinking, who are good players, people who are, oh, I'm getting webbed here. People who are good players and endgame players end up thinking that they are the average player, or end up thinking that the average player is much better than they actually are. When in reality, I'm sure there's a bunch of people who play Dungeon Defenders just kind of don't interact with the Dungeon Defenders community. I mean, think about how many years that I played Dungeon Defenders casually on my Xbox, or for without streaming it or playing it on camera or whatever, and I just casually played and I had fun, and I knew so little about the game, but I did truly play the game a lot. I think that's the average player. I think there are a lot of players who just don't interact with the community and just kind of do their own thing. So I hope to be a good view of the average player. Sometimes it feels like the only people in my audience are just experts of the game. So, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I am worse than the average player. And if that's the case, that's totally okay. I think I'm talking about this more so to just talk about, I guess, talking to those veteran players and start asking them to remember, because I feel like I get a lot of comments and I feel like I get a lot of feedback saying, hey man, you should do this map. This map is totally doable. And no doubt, with the correct skills and the correct game knowledge, that map is super doable. But is it doable for the average player, I guess, becomes the question. And how much do I have to learn? And I'm okay with failing, you know, as we see in my series over and over again. I'm okay with failing. I'm okay with, the way you learn in Dungeon Defenders is by losing. This game aggressively rewards losing. You learn so much information in this game by losing. I'm okay with losing, but am I going to have to lose, you know, 5 times or 10 times or 20, you know, at what number are we talking about? And if that's the case, should I go do a different map and yada yada? And that's kind of been just ranting about my experiences or rambling about my experiences with Dungeon Defenders in terms of I'd rather do an easy map that I know that I can kind of take care of until moving on to a more difficult map that if I had the correct game knowledge, I could take on when I probably don't have that game knowledge, you know, and I like to learn it at a fair pace. Let's go ahead and get these guys unstuck. This should be Dread Dungeon completed. Now, I'm not sure if people wanted me to do this on survival after. I definitely need to start jumping into survival to start seeing if transcendent gear is on the table or possible, because I think that's the next step in this big journey is probably, once again, I've been talking about it forever, just trying to go for transcendent gear. I wonder if the final chest, that's kind of what I've been waiting for. I wonder if the final chests after I beat this map here and a couple more minions, I wonder if those will have possibility for transcendent gear drops. That's what it seems to be. I think I brought up the map to somebody and he was like, oh, like, did you get, you know, 1 or 2 transcendent drops? And I was like, I can't tell him I lost the map in the first episode brutally over and over. I don't want to spoil that much, you know. I don't want to tell him how embarrassing it was to lose the map over and over again, but hopefully, maybe we'll see a transcendent drop or 2 right here after this spider. Okay, just fades away into nothing. We'll take it. All right. Poof. There's everything. Nightmare Soothing Dungeoner. Mythical Chain Bracers has been added. Oh yeah, wait, what am I thinking? There's no last chest. I don't know why I'm... You can tell I haven't played Dungeon Defenders that much recently, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no chest at the end. It's just these chests. Okay, so there's no... I haven't seen any I said there's 1 chest, to be fair, that hasn't been popped over in that corner. So this is our last chance for transcendent gear. Could we actually just get it in the last chest? Probably not. Yeah, definitely not. And that's okay. That is super expected. I haven't found any of this gear to be like a particular upgrade to me. But maybe I'm just passing over stuff like a fool. We'll have to see. We'll check the numbers back and everything. Okie doke. Let's check this one piece really quick. Man, that's a pretty solid piece of gear, but it's missing like a whole other tower stat. I think I'm fine with that. All right. That is Dread Dungeon officially completed. I'm also proud that I didn't back down. I didn't do it on... I almost lowered it to like insane difficulty, turned off hardcore, like whatever. I'm proud that I didn't end up doing that. I'm proud that I ended up just sticking it through, getting it done. Let's go ahead and return to Tavern for now. All right, I think after getting that map done, just doing a quick little challenge map or maybe possibly getting an achievement would be ideal. So I think I'm going to go for the Dancing in the Rain, just complete Raining Goblins on insane difficulty. I can't imagine that being too difficult. I feel like that should totally be fine. So we're going to jump into it. Insane difficulty, hardcore. Pretty sure I can build towers and everything. Can't imagine having a problem with this map. Every time I do this, I'm like, oh, we're gonna have a chill map, guys, a fun little challenge. I feel like I always underestimate it, and I always pay the price for that. So hopefully that doesn't happen too much today. But let me grab all these chests, collect all this mana, and figure out a build here. So it's just gonna be goblins, no mages, no orcs. I think, isn't that how this map works? I'm not even totally sure. So maybe I probably should have read the challenge a little deeper. I'm probably gonna end up doing the same thing. Same problem. I dropped my man on accident. Same thing where I underestimate the map and I pay the price for it. But if that happens, you know what? That's on me. We'll figure it out. 54 seconds or so to build is not a whole lot of time. How much, you know, mana do we actually have is also a tough question. I'm going to go ahead and just place this harpoon here. I'm going to leave us with 200. This harpoon here. I'm pretty sure there's only around 4 choke points on this map that I really have to worry about. So if I've got enough mana, we'll put this one over here. And then for now, we'll just go ahead and place a bouncer blockade for here. But this will probably that'll probably get changed or whatever. That's our mana for now. Let's jump into it. I don't think there's any other things coming in. This is why it's raining goblins, of course. Okay, I'm going to have to... I see what I did. I don't know what I was thinking. I wonder if it's worth to restart here or just to... No, this should be easy peasy, actually. I'm not thinking of the normal. I'm just not thinking, honestly, is the real meme. It's raining goblins, not goblins coming from the normal positions, Retro Pat. What are you thinking? All right, raining goblins. Should be a pretty easy setup, though. So let's go ahead and just do something like this. Do something like this. Maybe like a slow aura. I think just setting up towers like this and then switching over to the monk. This has got to be one of the easiest maps, I feel like, for me to do at my current... Like, I'm so strong at this current state. I could even switch over to my summoner here. Like, I'm going to go ahead and do the slow aura for sure, just around the base itself. Where can I actually put it? I could put it there. That's fine. Yeah, that should be, like, super, super good, I feel like, you know? Do I even need a strength drain aura? Like, I don't think so. To drain power from those weak little goblins, I don't think I'm going to need it. I'm going to take the risk and say that I don't think I'm going to need it. I can't place things too close to the crystal is the only slight problem here, but I can just place these archers like a wall around it. This should be a really... This is a perfect map, honestly. It should be a super chill, fun little map. Maybe even doing this on... This, I can't imagine this would be that difficult on Nightmare difficulty either. That was just the first wave, okay? Maybe I'm just being too cocky, but let me switch back to my squire so I can attack really quick. Okay, got my mana as well. For the most part, that works. Let's grab this last chest. Sure. Should be a pretty chill... Well, I was going to say, it should be a pretty chill wave, but, I mean, they actually did get some damage on my crystal, so it's kind of not good. Kind of, I probably do need a ton more archers around this location. Maybe some harpoons closer to it as well, like they are a little far. That was not as good as I thought, or not as easy. You know, they took some damage. Not a perfect run, right? Let's grab all this mana. I'm going to auto-switch over to my monk. I feel like the monk is just so much better here than my squire towers. For, like... Oh, I just misclicked. Okay, I mean, it's... God damn it. It should be fine, but that was such a... Dude, I am out of it. Dungeon Defenders is a tough game, dude. You take a break for dude, how long? I mean, I think I took like 3 weeks off, and I'm just making every newbie mistake in the book. Oh, man, it's brutal. But that's, I mean, it's a sign of a good game, you know? If you aren't practiced up and you're failing, you kind of deserve it, right? That's kind of how a game should be, right? All right, that wave complete. No problemos. We're looking pretty solid here. I probably could just max level this electric aura and just let it... My electric auras aren't super strong on my monk, I will say. Definitely not the strongest. I'm going to switch over to my summoner. I think I am just going to stay on my monk, actually, in between these. Get a little more comfortable with it, and it's probably just a better build. Do I need this guy up here? Probably not, but it's probably fine. We got 20 out of 45. I definitely need some archers over here. This area is kind of getting some goblins get through, which are a little problematic. We'll get this set up. All of these guys. Sure, sure, sure. More summoning archers. More archers, the better. Still have 5 defense units. Is it even worth to put a spider? I feel like we just put another archer. Why not? And then I should be good. Let's switch back over to the monk. The monk is going to be the main carry here with his good old cardboard tube. I love this weapon, dude. It's just so cute. So cool. I probably should have played this on Nightmare. It would have been fun. Slightly more interesting. Definitely still doable. Could definitely do this on Nightmare difficulty. If I wanted to run it back or something. We'll grab all these chests really quick. Nothing really relevant. Like, how much mana do I get from the stuff being consumed there? It's probably not even much. Yeah, 7,300. And I'm getting like 20k XP. Like the versus 3.2 mil or whatever from the last map. That's pretty funny. The funny thing is I can't fit another like slowing aura like anywhere on the map. Maybe like over in this corner. Yeah, I could kind of do it there because that one in the middle is so large at this point that it just ends up overlapping with everything. So there's just like not even really a position. Maybe over here. Is it even worth putting it over here? Probably not. It'll just slow all the minions. Yeah, like it's not even worth it, but it's kind of funny I can't place 2 on this map essentially. I'm just going to do the meme strat of just pumping everything into the electric aura. Like once again, my electric aura is not very powerful, but if I can just pump a bunch of damage into it, maybe I can make it more powerful and make it actually good. Like this is, if any map is going to make the electric aura like be super nice, it's going to be, you know, the one where things are falling from the sky and just everything's, you know, minions all over the place. So it's that nice AoE damage. Like the electric aura is really, really cool in theory, but just ends up not doing quite enough damage usually to be worth it. But I mean, here it's doing what, 2,500 per tick, I think, 2,700. It's doing like 2,700 per tick, and these guys have like 4,500 HP, so 2 ticks and they're dead. I mean, that's phenomenal comparatively to Goblins with like 30k HP or more, you know, on Nightmare on the current maps that I've been doing recently. I'm gonna pump the 3-star into the I'm trying to do the electric aura, but it keeps giving it to the slow aura. How do I, like, even if, okay, there we go. 3-star to the electric aura. There we go. We're jumping into wave 8 here. No, I'm just gonna spam G, honestly. I don't even need to like take any time to do anything. I'm just gonna run around, spam upgrades on the archer minions. They are dropping orcs from the sky now. Once again, literally shouldn't change anything. Shouldn't be a problem. I mean, they have a bit more HP that I could lose. Like they do a fair amount of damage to the core itself. If, you know, 2 or 3 orcs were to sneak in, get 1 or 2 pop shots off, like, might actually be a problem. I probably should respect the map a little more. I know it's pretty easy and, you know, seems like small numbers and stuff, but getting too cocky is how you easily lose any map in Dungeon Defenders. Final wave coming up right here. Should be no problem. I'm going to pump whatever upgrades I can into my archers really quick, probably before starting the wave, just in the off chance that if something leaks through, it would do too much damage, because my guy did take some damage early on for free because I was a noob. So we're going to get these repaired and ready, and I think that's enough. We'll go ahead and jump into it, spam through the level. I do think that this map and the percentage completion rate of it for the achievement is another good example or showing sign of how, I mean, the average Dungeon Defenders player is just not going to be, you know, the YouTube commenter who is very talented and skilled. We look at this map percentage of what, it's like 7.2%, 7.9% of players have completed this map on insane difficulty, and like this is a cakewalk for me at my point in the game. Now maybe people just haven't gone for it, or, you know, whatever, right? But I think it's an important thing to think about. It's an important thing to think about. Like, I am just the average Dungeon Defenders player to a large extent, and I have a lot to learn, and I appreciate patience. Maybe I'm just being defensive or sensitive. I feel like I've had a lot of comments recently, just people, even on a small channel. You know, my channel is a blip, nothing, not even a blip, nothing in the grand scheme of videos, right? But I still get so many comments, a lot of negative comments of people just telling me I'm stupid or I'm bad or I should be doing this or I'm an idiot for not playing Dungeon Defenders this way. And I think it has been weighing on me recently. It's been weighing on my drive to want to play the series, unfortunately. But there is the achievements completed on medium difficulty and insane difficulty, gotten in one, which is super cool to see. 2 lesser gotten achievements in the game, even though it's a pretty easy one for me to do at this stage. And I appreciate you guys listening. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully I haven't sounded too negative, or I'm not trying to complain. I appreciate you guys for watching. I do want to drive my community in the right direction, and I want my community to be a representation of my thoughts and ideals to some extent. I want the critique, and I want the thoughts, and I want how to improve, but I don't want every single comment. I don't want everything to be about how I'm bad at the game. How to improve. I know I'm bad, you know, that's kind of where I'm at, but I just appreciate you guys. Have fun. Thanks for watching. Like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if not. And be bad at games, be good at games, have fun playing games, and have a great day. I will be seeing you guys later. Subscribe if you want to see more videos. Peace, Reno.